Behind the gilded doors of the Ottoman palace, love was never only private. It was ceremony, strategy, and feeling woven into protocol. Many imagine the harem as a fever dream of pleasure. The truth is more intriguing. It was a school of influence where attraction was managed, not left to chance. I am David. Walk with me through the quiet corridors into the imperial harem, a protected city within a city. Here desire did not shout. It was choreographed with rules, timing, and ritual. Forget the myth of endless indulgence. The women who lived here were selected, educated, and evaluated. They learned languages, music, poetry, court etiquette, and the politics of calm speech. Many entered as attendants. A few rose to become favorites. The rarest path of all was motherhood, for the mother of a prince could become the most powerful woman in the palace. At the center stood the Valide Sultan, the Sultan's mother. She governed apartments, allowances, and access, shaping the emotional climate of the harem. Attraction flowed through permission. Power itself became a signal of desirability. When the Valide nodded, doors opened. There was also a guardian of boundaries, the chief eunuch of the harem, who controlled the gate between the outside world and these inner rooms. His presence carried a lesson. Desire grows inside safety. Clear rules, firm doors, and trusted intermediaries allowed intimacy to develop without chaos. But what unfolded next was truly unexpected. The most seductive force in the harem was not beauty. It was composure. A favorite who remained calm under scrutiny, who spoke with measured warmth and listened with full attention, became magnetic. The Sultan met countless faces. He remembered the woman who made him feel seen. Room design sharpened that effect. Low lamps cast forgiving light. Perfume drifted from cedar chests. Musicians carried the mood like water. The first minutes of any meeting spoke before anyone did. If you want a connection to deepen, shape the environment to hold it. And here is the intriguing part most people miss. Scarcity was not accidental. Appearances were spaced. Notes arrived at chosen hours, graze the edge of attention, then withdraw. In a world where many sought the Sultan's gaze, patience became its own language. Waiting, used wisely, turned interest into longing. Conversation mattered as much as perfume. Stories, songs, and poetry let a favorite reveal mind and feeling without confession. The brightest women asked questions that invited reflection. They did not perform, they created space. The heart leans toward the person who gives it room to breathe. Competition existed, but the savviest allies thrived. Gifts were traded. Friendships were forged with tutors, tailors, and musicians. Favor in the harem moved like a tide. Push too hard and it slipped away. Move with it and you rose without effort. Pressing creates resistance. Presence creates pull. Motherhood turned affection into durable power. A woman who bore a son did not simply become a parent, she became a partner in the future. A prince meant security and influence, and the bond with the ruler gained new depth. Commitment intensifies attraction because it ties desire to purpose, yet the real secret to this mystery lies elsewhere. The harem endured because it converted emotion into structure. Schedules turned into rituals, rooms turned into signals, roles turned into languages. When feeling threatened stability, form carried it. So what can we steal without the palace walls? Build safety first. Make your setting speak for you. Be scarce on purpose. Listen until the other person relaxes. Tie passion to shared purpose so it can endure. Chemistry is not an accident, it is a craft. We have walked past the lamps and curtains, and return to the night air of the courtyard. Somewhere a ney flute drifts above the tiled roofs. Ask yourself one question. If your next meeting were arranged with the care of an imperial audience, how would it feel, smell, and sound? The answer may change more than your evening. It may change the story you are writing together. Now let us step closer to the moments everyone imagines, but few understand. An evening audience begins long before a door opens. A message travels through hands chosen for their discretion. Incense is warmed. Cushions are arranged to guide posture toward ease. Musicians are brief. A favorite reviews a poem, a question, a memory. Nothing is accidental. When feeling meets forethought, attention deepens without force. I am David. Watch how a first conversation unfolds when the room has already done half the speaking. The favorite does not rush. She allows silence to arrive first, then places a small story into it. Perhaps a memory of a garden after rain, perhaps a line of verse that carries a hidden invitation. The ruler is invited to step into an inner world rather than conquer it. Here is the intriguing part most people miss. The most seductive line is often a sincere question asked at the right time. But what unfolded next was truly unexpected. The audience can end early by design. A favorite rises while the interest is still rising. She names a reason to continue later and leaves a detail unresolved, a color, a melody, a promise to finish a story. Leaving while the air is still charged converts curiosity into momentum. Most people deplete a meeting by staying too long. The harem perfected the art of ending at the peak. Ritual kept desire from devouring the palace. Gifts were not bribes, they were messages with weight and memory. A sprig of jasmine in midwinter meant I remember your season. A small book copied by hand meant I listen to what nourishes you. Real value comes from relevance. When a gesture proves that you saw what others missed, trust forms. Trust turns attention into attachment. Power did not always sit in the same chair. When a favorite taught the Sultan a melody and then paused to let him play it alone, the roles reversed. When he sought her counsel on a letter to a governor, intimacy crossed into purpose. Attraction that travels only in one direction exhausts itself. Attraction that moves back and forth renews itself. Ask yourself where you can let a partner lead and where you can learn with grace. The politics were real, jealousies rose like heat, but even rivalry held a lesson. The favorites who lasted did not fight the current. They cultivated alliances with the women who kept the place alive, the quiet experts of cloth, fragrance, music, and timing. Connection to caretakers turned into continuity. In your life, the people who shape atmosphere carry more influence than you notice. Thank them and you inherit their calm. There were storms. A ruler's grief could darken the halls. A rumor could chill a friendship. In those hours, the harem relied on form. Meals at the same time. Music at the same hour. Letters answered before dusk. Structure can look dull from the outside, yet it protects warmth on the inside. When feeling wobbles, hold to rhythm. Rhythm steadies the heart more quickly than argument. Motherhood changed the dimension of love. Affection became legacy. Nights of music became years of teaching. The mother of a prince learned to balance tenderness with distance, so the child could grow into a life larger than both parents. That balance is difficult in any age. It presses a truth that is easy to forget. Love that overprotects shrinks. Love that equips expands. Yet the real secret to this mystery lies elsewhere. The harem taught the difference between mystery and obscurity. Mystery is the careful revealing of layers in a sequence that invites deeper approach. Obscurity is confusion that pushes people away. One feeds desire, the other starves it. If your closeness feels cold, Ask whether you are withholding or simply arranging a better order of revelation. What lessons can travel with you when the lamps are out and the palace is only a story? Prepare your setting so it speaks before you do. Be brave enough to end an encounter at its high point. Give gifts that prove attention rather than expense. Share leadership so affection does not become a task. Keep a rhythm that carries you through the weeks you cannot feel your best. Build mystery, not confusion. Listen to the night for a moment. You can almost hear the neigh again, a single note that bends and returns. That is how closeness survives in any age. It approaches, withdraws, and approaches once more. It is not a chase, it is a dance held together by craft. If your next meeting mattered as much as an imperial audience, how would you prepare the room, the question, the ending? Try it once. You may discover that chemistry is not luck granted to the few. It is a discipline available to anyone willing to arrange light, time, and attention with care.